Everyone, it's so it's so fucking hot. 84 degrees in my room. I hate it. I hate it so much. One of the worst feelings to me is having hot feet. It is absolutely the worst. It's like, Gabe, I can't, I'm I'm indoors in Texas, okay? I'm not in Puerto Rico. Okay, this is not our AC. I'm pretty sure our AC is set to 60. Okay, and I also have the portable AC in my room is set to 61. And then a fan running on behind me, and then a desk fan running on in front of me, and it's so hot. Ugh! I hate it. I want to leave. What is one of those states that has like a lot of rain? Washington? No, Seattle. It's a state, right? Seattle's a state, right? I want to move there. I want to move to one of those states that has no sun and like rain. It was Washington? Seattle a state? Seattle's a city? Oh. Where's Seattle at? Is that— oh, it's in Washington? I thought it was Oregon. Wait, I think Oregon is what I was thinking of. Seattle's in Washington? Damn. Sheesh. Ah, fuck it. Closed captions, you bastards. Okay, hold on. Seattle, Washington. Okay. I'm dropping stuff. You know what also in Washington? My mom? I don't think my mom's in Washington. My mother— keep her name out of your mouth. Her name is Mom. You know what? I need to get one of those things when I start streaming nowadays. Oh, it's spelled wrong on purpose. Oh, okay. I need to get one of those little tubs. And then let ice water in it, so that way when I stream, I live in the Philippines or something. It's so, you know, just a tub of ice water, so that way I can, you know, chill out. Oh my goodness, I hate it though. It's the worst goddamn feeling in the world. Imagine a long day at work. I feel like if I keep talking, I'm just gonna satisfy some people with a nasty fetish. I don't want to talk about it anymore. My bones are gonna hurt. Why do you think my bones— why would my bones hurt? He says. Oh, I kind of forgot the context. Hold on. Let's look at the history real quick. Oh, he couldn't remember. Or at least that's what we assume. He can't remember what happened. Why he got fired 10 years ago. He thought it was because, or he was saying he quit. But we're like, oh no, we know that's not true because it shows, we have the evidence that shows he was fired. Cold makes your bones hurt? Just harden your bones. Tub stream. Hot tub stream. Except a cold tub. Mr. Vigil? Oh, yes, the whole prison. It was complete chaos. Oh, sheesh. I forgot he's got a fucking JoJo face. He's so fucking— he's so pretty. The prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery. Wait, he escaped? Wait. So they faked his death? He actually got away? Wait. The shocking news ripped through Barkley like a hurricane. What? When he didn't say what straight up, I knew he was gonna have that reaction. He's morbing. Order, order, order. That's a voice, right? Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories at the time have returned? Why did he forget his spaghetti? My head is— it's like some floodgates have been opened. The images, the screams. Oh! Did something happen that he just— you know, repress those memories. My goodness. Shame. The papers. There were reports, articles about a man who'd seen a ghost. Yeah, Enoch Trevor. But surely those reports were exaggerated. What? Judge. I'm sorry, what? Judge, you were the judge for that case. What are you talking about? Judge, we've gone over this. Oh my god. Ugh. Sorry, my nose is very tickly right now. There were traces at the scene. Traces of what? Ah! My nose has been really itchy lately. I think we've had really bad pollen. Where I'm at. And Logate Cemetery had plot number 139. Blood. Lots of blood. How do you remember this? Hold on. Did he see the blood? Oh wait, I muted the wrong thing. Wouldn't be the first time I muted the wrong thing to, you know, clear my sinuses. Oh, that was so embarrassing. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there. Still cute. Okay, Gabe. I don't know. The depths of a conspiracy and depravity from which this tale is emerging are quite staggering. I've reviewed the police reports from that time extensively, and thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigating team was that a member of the prison staff must have been involved. Oh, sheesh. Are you suggesting that a prison warder abetted the man's bid for freedom? Oh, was it you, Vigil? Yes, and I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderer's execution as a way to help him escape. Oh, you did what? I remember now. The horror of it all is coming back to me. One evening, a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison. I was called out of the governor's office at the time. He's getting faster. I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower. Man's Beyblading. Pinata, same brain. Sorry, Mr. Daly, this is a serious business, but I cannot help you new. What accent does he have again? Oh, he's like Scottish. What are they in that movie Brave? Oh, sheesh, cruel. Thank you so much for continuing your gifts, Bubby. Solomon, did you do vocal warm-ups? Why are you asking that? I've been awake since fucking 10:40. My vocal warm-up was simply being alive. I also had work earlier, so I guess, yes? If you could change your foot, would you? What am I changing my foot to? I can't do that accent, that was so bad. As a chief warder, you were responsible for overseeing the execution of 4, eh? Yeah? What is this accent? Yeah, if you could change one foot, would you? Do I get to choose what kind of foot I get to change to? Or yeah, because I want an alligator foot. How inconvenient. Just an alligator foot. You have one duck foot. And by the way, they are not... What do you mean, no? This is dumb. Fuck you, Burger. You were thinking alligator? Oh my god, Gabe's stealing my brain cell. But like, imagine you can change your foot to whatever you want, but it's not resized to you. It is the size of the animal, like an adult size animal that you are taking. So you know what? You choose to get a dinosaur. You choose to get an alligator foot. It's actually, you get the alligator foot. And now there's some random ass alligator out there with a human foot, and he's kind of confused by everything. And then, like, imagine you get a duck foot. It's too tiny, can't even support your weight. You break the leg as soon as you stand on it. Just imagine a duck with a human foot. One human foot. Now imagine having an elephant foot. That'd be fucked up. That elephant would be fucked up. No, it's the foot. You get the foot. It doesn't alter your height or anything though, so it's proportionally, not proportionally, but like, you know, elephants, they're pretty big, right? So obviously if you get the whole foot. Well, there has to be some leg part there, right? Fine, you get part of the leg. It depends. It depends on the animal. For a duck, you get part of the leg. For an alligator, you don't. For an elephant, you don't. It's like standing on a twig. Well, it seems the fellows at Scotland Yard want to have a few wee words with you about it. You'd better pack your things, laddie. You're to attend in person, laddie. As soon as he told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I knew, Sheesh. The professor, the most hated killer in our country's history. Oh, this is not a hotel. Oh, no, it's not. And I let him escape. I've finished my life. He's just trying unalive himself? He had brain damage! Oh my god, no wonder he forgot! Oh my god, that's fucked up! Oh. Somehow the brain damage came back too. Oh my god! Order! Bailiff, fetch a doctor at once! Naruhodo has no reaction, neither does Kazuma. Court is adjourned for today with immediate effect. Sheesh! I just realized.
With Mr. Vigil's collapse.
Oh, we were almost done with the chapter.
Came to an abrupt end for the day.
Damn, but
once again overshadowed.
That's weird. They don't usually do a voice acting at the end of a chapter here. Do they?
Appearing like a cursed ghost ship on a foggy ocean. Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Vigil, Kazuma, and Gregson.
Why is Naruhodo British? He's not British. He has a British accent because that was because he learned British English.
All of them
I talked about this before though. I was like, why is he British?
To the same wreckage in the murky
English, not British.
Of the past.
He's English. He's in England.
Light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events.
You wouldn't get the accent in a few months.
Was playing on the edges of the truth.
False.
At last.
Burger King wants Naruhodo to talk in a very stereotypical Japanese accent. That's what Burger wants. Burger, you can't do that. Damn, that was surprising. Listen, admit you're wrong for once. I refuse to accept you as right. You're gonna get me canceled on Twitter. Still can't quite believe what just happened. Did I say? I did. I know. I inquired with the bailiff after the court session was adjourned. And it seems Mr. Vigil was taken to hospital to recover. Right. Yeah, exactly, Gabe. 10 years ago now, Mr. Vigil attempted to commit suicide by jumping out of the window of the prison governor's office. Ever since then... Ugh. Oh, never mind. He didn't have brain damage. He just he just tried to unalive. But ever since then, he's completely blocked the memory of those events from his mind. Nobody knew his secret. Not his family, not even the man himself, but I forced it out into the open. Was it wrong of me to do that? Did I overstep the mark? I wonder. Hello, Damascus! Hello! No! That's Iris. I can't fucking... Oh, Iris.
You're miles away. Anyway, I brewed a fresh pot of soothing tea for you.
Oh, thank you.
You and Susie have an exhausting day so far, haven't you?
She. What? How do you not know how the accent thing worked? Do you just assume that there is a default form of English and people develop an accent later? It's a default tone of English, I should say. The accents come later. Burger, what the fuck?
Thank you, Iris. How thoughtful of you.
Those are dialects. Yeah, you don't gain a dialect. It's naturally inherited through your learning of the language. You don't gain that after. You aren't suddenly gonna start, you know, talking in a southern twang by moving south. Or, you know, speaking in an English accent. Dialect are several levels beyond accents. Are you sure? Am I wrong then? Am I wrong here? No, I gotta look it up. It says a particular form of a language, which is peculiar to a specific region or social group. I'm correct, but yeah, whatever. Now, what's the definition of an accent? A distinctive mode of pronunciation of a language, especially when associated with a particular nation, locality, or social class. Wait, it says locality, so how is that different from a dialect? I can't even think of an example. Okay. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is? When we came out of the courtroom back into the defendant's antechamber, he disappeared. I guess it's like Osaka. Osaka's a dialect, right? But like, I guess to a foreigner, it would all sound the same, right? I don't know. I don't know if lift versus elevator is a dialect thing. Excuse me.
Oh no, I don't know. He just suddenly sprang to his feet and left. All he said was, "I must leave."
Oh. Uh-oh. Well, we know Sholmes is gonna find something important and hand it to us, right?
I wonder if he's pursuing the mystery of Inspector Gregson's death. Oh, you know what Harley's always saying, don't you? There are mysteries in this world that should perhaps never be solved.
Like your father. Did we tell her about her dad yet? I don't think we did we? I had a friend who would keep slipping into a British accent because she said her parents have British accents. Her parents don't have British accents. Oh no. Why would she lie about that? It's the way it's pronounced. I guess, but I don't know. It's like how you... you speak English. Well, I know at work, people with really thick accents, I can't understand what they say sometimes, even though it's like, you know, they're saying an English word. But we're talking about dialect, so I don't know how that counts. That's just an accent. Wait, wouldn't a dialect be... Hold on. Let me figure out my words here. Wouldn't an accent be your tone of speaking? No. I looked up the definition of an accent, so I don't know what I'm thinking. I was saying your tone of speaking, not tone, the way you speak in a foreign language. A language that's not your natural one. But I don't know if that counts. I don't think that's definitely not what it says.
Do 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 do. For the construction of a solution comes only at the expense of the distraction of something else.
I almost said someone else. They must be destroyed. What does that mean?
You know, it's very wild that when you open someone's old wounds, you often open your own too.
What does that mean? What does that mean for Sholmes?
But he can't just take his own advice and leave Weil alone. Solving mysteries is too important to him.
That's so true.
But that's what I like about Hurley after all.
I suppose that's the lot of a great detective in some ways. It's all connected. Hold on, I'm still dying. Baba booey.
So then, let's have tea, and then I'll give you a hand.
Why do you bring out the gun? Oh, do you have time, Iris?
Yes, I finished this month's manuscript at last, with barely a day to spare before the deadline.
Now we gotta find someone else at Scotland Yard to get on Iris's good side.
I'm so looking forward to it. A brand new story to read in the Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. You know, I always hide Hurley's violin in the days before I have a deadline.
You do? Poor Mr. Sholmes. That's funny.
I'm sure that's very wise, Iris. How sensible of you. Now then, my dear fellows, make a plan of action before we continue our investigation.
Oh, oops. Pardon me. My bad. Sorry, Iris. I got a little nostalgic there.
Do 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 do. So, how did it go in court this morning?
Well, we still don't know the truth about what really happened, but one thing's increasingly clear. Red Van Zeeks definitely didn't do it.
Oh, goody.
What would that be?
Yes, that's right. Managed to uncover several new facts as well. Oh, really?
And there was another development, too. Kazuma. I'm sorry, sheesh, it's 8:30. I went to bed at midnight last night. I don't know why I made that sound. I didn't mean to fucking yelp. Hold on, I need snacks. You do? You gotta clip my yelp.
Thus, it's quite clear now that Kazuma-sama is not himself. The way he's acting, it's almost as if he's possessed.
No, I mean at the end of the proceedings earlier, he was like a bloodhound the way he was chasing down Mr. Vigil's forgotten past. Gabe. It's not normally so mercilessly persistent. What's going on in his head, I wonder? Bloodhound? Anyway. I really need to sit down with Kazuma and try to understand what he's going through. Oh, pardon me. Gregson really was murdered the day before his body was discovered. And Lord Van Zieks has to be innocent, you see. Ugh.
What? The day before?
Gabe, what are you in a bit tube? A bit tub? What does that mean? What does that mean, Burger?
That should be easy enough to work out just by examining the corpse, surely.
I think Gabe is implying the Hound of Baskerville stuff that we haven't really found out about on.
As you would expect so, but curiously, no time of death was included in the autopsy report. That is curious.
I'm sorry. I have a piece of candy in my mouth, and so this is getting hard. There's still unanswered questions about Lord Van Zieks, though, aren't there?
Do you mean?
I mean, what he was doing there on Fresno Street that day in the first place.
Well, according to the man's testimony, he said he was investigating Inspector Gregson, didn't he?
It turns out that little room was actually the inspector's secret office.
Well, that sounds like it has all the makings of a wonderfully devilish plot.
Iris, the man you know is dead. But then why was that notice board in there covered in all those particular papers? Papers about cases with a link to the Reaper. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
Oh dear, that sounds more like something horribly devilish. He must start by looking into Inspector Gregson's movements of late.
Sheesh. Uh-oh. Another tickle in my nose. Why's my life like this? Okay, I'm okay. I never imagined I might have to be investigating an inspector's movements.
Well, according to the entry in his diary, he was carrying out an incognito investigation with Red-Headed League the day before his death. Oh, you mean he was doing the same as Hurley?
Well, Mr. Shums was trying to apply, whereas the inspector was supposed to be investigating.
I do wish it had been the other way around.
Why, so he could die? So he could get shot? Anyway, as it turns out, the inspector who went to investigate the Red-Headed League that day wasn't actually Gregson at all. It was Mr. Vigil, in possession of Gregson's identification.
You know what that sounds like to me? Establishing an alibi.
What's an alibi? Is an alibi the reason for them not to have done a murder, or is it the reason that they could have done the murder? Yes to which, Gabe? What was the first again? I forgot what I said. I forgot what order I asked the question. Oh, just say, was it the one? They were not guilty or present. How is that an alibi? How is being in possession of Gregson's ID an alibi? What's the opposite called then? Because there's a word for that one, right? The motive to have done the murder? Is it just called the motive? I feel like it has a different word. An off? That can't be right, Burger. I don't believe you. No incriminating. Yeah, it seems like incriminating evidence.
Oh my, yes, you're absolutely right, Iris.
But why would Gregson need an alibi? Oh, it's Gregson. Wait. This is Gregson's murder. Why would Gregson? I'm so confused. What are y'all talking about?
It would appear that the inspector had something to do with that he wished to keep secret.
Wait, so they think... Okay, so they think he had his papers. The other guy had his papers because Gregson willfully gave it to him. Why are they thinking that? I don't understand their way of thinking. Hold on, now I want to find out if that's a thing. What is... I guess it's just called a motive. Never mind. What's the opposite? Oh, I made a mistake. I brought up a lot of fucking words. Yeah. Don't refer that as front door, back door game. I feel like that'd be implying something else entirely.
I don't believe it. I always thought he was just a harmless lover of fish and chips.
Okay, I'll take a drink. Thanks, Pinata. No, I got the way that they were thinking. I got it. I was just confused because I don't know why they would think that. I also don't know how they were all on the same page that they were thinking that. Here I am thinking the exact opposite. He was moided. He was moided. Perhaps they were seasoned with something a little more potent than salt and vinegar.
I think perhaps we should try to move away from food and analogy.
Well, anyway, Lord Van Zeeks felt the need to investigate Gregson. Wait, was that a question or a statement? Oh, no, he just wasn't done, but she was like,
Exactly. Yes, I agree. We must try and find out exactly what he knows. What shall you say? Isn't that the name of the lady who came to visit Hurley yesterday? That's right. To ask Mr. Sholmes if he would help her find her missing husband.
Only Mr. Sholmes completely passed the buck to us. Actually, didn't you say that Mr. Vigil had been taken to hospital? Do you know which one?
Ah, it's St. Sinners. That's the only fucking hospital that exists in this whole game.
I'm starting to wonder if all the other hospitals in London have closed down. Thanks. Thank you, Naruhodo. Thank you.
That's amazing, Bruno. You found the lady's husband already.
Well, I suppose I have, by accident. I know, right? This game's fucking awesome. I love how it's just same brain cell. I think I should play Ace Attorney. If Phoenix writes the same way. Solomon hospitals aren't very common. I don't know why you think that, because there's at least 5 in my general vicinity. Not to mention, London is huge. London is gigantinormous.
And 10 years ago, Mr. Fitchell was the chief warder at the prison. He was responsible for overseeing the professor's incarceration.
Wouldn't hospitals be based on population, not just, you know, towns? It doesn't make sense to only have one hospital for the entirety of a giant-ass city. No! So when the convict escaped, he was held responsible and immediately dismissed.
Sometimes I really don't want to grow up.
Oh, Iris. There's more. But wait, Iris! I gotta give you more info, because this shit's juicy. Doctors take a while to make. You gotta fucking craft them from clay. From a mold. What, are you like rich or something? There's more for 10 years after that. While he was ostensibly working as a peddler, he also had another secret job. Why are we just giving this away to Iris? By the way, Iris, here's the secret, like, you know, court stuff. We don't have a jury for a very specific reason, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. So hopefully, you know, don't tell anyone else, because I think I could get in trouble. Doctor school. Now, class, don't accidentally take someone's skeleton. Just rip it from their living body. He was paid by Gregson to be his stand-in to impersonate the inspector.
Impersonate Gregsy, but why?
I have no idea. Ouch! I hurt my jaw somehow. Hold on. I think I almost fucking dislocated somehow. Just by being here. Doctor Lawyer? I don't know. I moved my mouth in a very weird way and it hurts. It hurt a lot. Pinata.
Ginny was right. I'm starting to think all adults are up to no good now. Including you, Runo.
I haven't paid anyone to impersonate me. You know what? She's right. Fucking lawyers and prosecutors are absolutely the most scummiest things to ever exist. Y'all ever watch Breaking Bad? I didn't. But I know there's a bad lawyer in there.
That means he has ties to the professor and to Inspector Gregson, though.
Thank you for your sacrifice. Wait, what? My jaw? Sometimes I question and live. As Shakespeare once said, kill all the lawyers. Did he say that? Did he ever say that?
So I do think we ought to pay a visit to Mr. Vigil, don't you?
Oh, where? What story did he say that? Back to Saint Sinners, then. Probably. He said a lot of things. Yeah, there were a lot of words that came out of his mouth. Oh.
Well, I think it's clear what we need to do, isn't it? Let us investigate, my dear fellows.
Iris, why do you look weird suddenly? She looks like... Your ears look huge. Henry VI, Part 2, Act 4. How come some of those numbers are Roman numerals and some of them are not? I forgot what a Roman numeral was called.
Oh, Iris, you're even more enthusiastic than usual today. If anyone has anything to hide, my special Wilson shooting iron will soon set them straight.
Wait, is that an actual gun? That water pistol?
It's stuffed full of a piping hot extra special blend of mine.
Oh, yeah. Because subdivisions. Okay.
I'm quite sure it will be very effective.
I better be careful not to hide anything. Well, it feels a little strange that Mr. Sholmes is nowhere to be seen, but still. Let's go and see what we can find out. Yes! Where are we going? Oh, Saint Sinners, that's right. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Do, 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 do. There's nothing here. This must be the patient's treatment notes. Let's see. Tendency to jump from windows. Remember to place cushion at base of wall outside. What? Aren't we a story up from the ground here?
What's here?
Or Mr. Vigil? I can't help feeling that there's a better solution to the problem than a cushion, though. Finding something you lose isn't always, or finding something you've lost isn't always a happy experience, it turns out. Pursuing the truth can be a very dark business sometimes, can't it?
Yes, I'm afraid it can.
I'm gonna turn the corner and Sholmes is gonna be there. I was expecting it, to be honest. Doo-doo. Do you think it's safe to keep them there? Didn't we have this conversation before?
If you're a patient here, I feel you take some medicine by mistake when you're half asleep.
Did we forget about that one case already? Where the girl had, like, poisoned the guy? That is a worry, but at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only a flimsy-looking one.
Oh, I've no doubt you managed to unlock that somehow while you're half asleep as well.
There are limits even to what I could do when I'm half asleep, you know, Mrs. Sato. Who's this one? Oops, sorry. Ah, patient treatment notes. What do these say, I wonder? Endlessly obliging. Endlessly obliging. I suppose that's referring to the patient in this bed.
I would think so. And under Mr. Vigil is a little more stable. And until Mr. Vigil is a little more stable, it's probably just as well that he has a kindly person in the neighboring bed.
The endlessly part is a little worrying, though, isn't it? I mean, what if Mr. Vigil suddenly declared that he'd like to take a trip out the window? Would this endlessly obliging patient simply open it for him and say, "Be my guest"?
Let's check with the doctor later.
If you say so, sir. Himself. I guess I'm not supposed to be here yet. Oh, we're gonna go say hi to Van Zeeks, who's reading a funny little book. Mr. Sir! Why does my head hurt? My soft cushion, it's not working. Of course he's still in jail. We haven't solved the case. Wait, y'all think the other patient is Sholmes? I do need a softer cushion. Damn it.
Lord Van Zeeks is reading. Look.
I love it when they're looking inside. I don't know why they look so cute.
Doesn't seem like he wants visitors, does he?
Why is she wearing this outfit? Must have noticed that we're here, surely. Added to the throne. I don't know what I'd be adding. What do you Nipponese want? Oh, sheesh, that's no way to greet the lawyer who's trying his hardest to prove your innocence, is it? What outfit? I don't know, whatever Iris is wearing. Perhaps not. Does she? I don't remember her wearing this hat. Maybe I just didn't see it from behind before. I apologize. So what can I do for you, Mr. Naruhodo? No, this is not the same outfit she was wearing.
Lord Van Zeeks, speak earnestly.
Lord, okay.
Oh, the fog will lift over London for the first time in months tomorrow.
This does feel very, very strange. No, we've seen it. I'm just saying she's wearing a different outfit from like 2 seconds ago when we last saw her. I must say, I was impressed. Oh, well, thank you. Not by you, by your fellow Nipponese. Your prosecutor friend. Oh, I see. Yes. Adding a hat is not a new outfit. Shut the fuck up. Bitch. Come in my house, you slander me like this? It's sardonic, don't you think? I don't think I'm a big fan of Daft Punk, sir. I have no idea what kind of joke I was trying to make there, to be honest. I don't... I don't know why sardonic made me think of Daft Punk, but anyway. No, you can only bully once. For a man such as me, so loathing other people, needs to be entirely at the mercy of the two of you. Yes, burger. I actually really like Daft Punk, so I don't even know I made that joke. Burger, how can I help you, sir? Yeah, I'm allowed. You can only exclamation point me bully once a day. I suppose it's retribution for having played the part of the Reaper all these years. Played the part? Oh, I'm dying. It's so hot. But Mercer. You once told me that you gladly allowed people to believe you were the Reaper because it helped reduce the amount of serious crimes that took place in London. Being quiet and playing the part benefits the cause I myself am committed to pursuing. And why would I choose to say anything? Damn, you're right. But the henchman of a criminal killed by the Reaper attacked you only the other day. And that was just the most recent of many attempts on your life, wasn't it? Someone is clearly profiting for your silence about all this. Someone is using you. Sheesh. Believe me, ever since the Reaper first appeared, I've been doing my utmost to expose him. Or rather, expose the organization. Organization?
Ah, it's a whole organization?
It's inconceivable that all those accidents were orchestrated by one man. It's the Red-Headed League! No, the Reaper always appears to have a very accurate information about the accused in each case. Which can only mean that someone at Scotland Yard is involved. Oh, sheesh! Is he thinking it was Gregson? Oh, wait, no, because he wanted to check it out. He wanted to go see, he assumed it was Gregson. Burger, don't call it that. Call it the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, if you will.
Sona, you can't mean...
It's taken me many years, but I finally identified the central figure in this Reaper organization. Tobias Gregson.
No. No!
Oh, sheesh, Gregson, the Reaper? Ain't no way those fish and chips had him killing people. Oh, Gabe, is that what you're thinking about? Okay, my bad. Damn, here I was thinking about a Sean Connery movie. So, the reason you were investigating Inspector Gregson is because you intended to expose him as the Reaper? As I said, the Reaper of the Bailey is no single person. It's a highly secret organization with close ties to Scotland Yard. But there's no doubt that Gregson was a key member of that organization.
I don't believe it.
There's more than one? Oh, don't go spoiling Hildebrand for me.
Are you saying that Gregson, he was behind all those awful criminals meeting there?
Gregson didn't do the dirty work himself. Oh. Remember it's Burger? Oh yeah, he just lies. He was the tactician. His job was to covertly investigate the marks and plot their assassinations. In order to do that without arousing suspicion, he regularly needed a firm alibi. which is where Mr. Vigil came in, posing as the inspector. Vigil knows nothing of the Reaper, but the room he rents on Presto Street was almost certainly the headquarters of the operation. Gregson would have met the assassin there for briefings. So we don't actually know who carried out the killings then. Actually, I do have a name. You what? Oh, he's ready.
Well, if you can name the man, you have the true identity of the Reaper already then.
Or if I can name the woman. I was about to oh. I was like, oh, what if it's a woman? She's a young woman. By the name of wait, she's dead! Asashin. That's that was that fucking bird girl. The bird girl that died in Japan that we dealt with in the first case. A woman. It was woman censored. Asashin. Wait, what? Sheen? This girl. Miss Asashin, the true name of a terrifying killer. I actually only know it because I spoiled myself earlier. Or a while ago. I spoiled myself. Because I was googling her character to see what her, you know, her name is, what it's supposed to mean. And then it said Asashin, and I was like, what the fuck? Why did they take I thought Asashin was her Japanese name, so I was like, why did they take that away? That'd have been fun. I unknowingly looked at a spoiler and didn't even recognize it as one. The true name of a terrifying killer I know only too well. Wait, now that Iris is here, are we gonna mention it? She came to Japan posing as a visiting student and murdered Dr. John H. Wilson. And just when it seemed the diplomatic protection would help her escape Japan on conviction, a mysterious woman with herself was murdered in a small somber beach hut. There's no way she was an assassin. I mean, her name. Never mind. Hi, Eldritch. How are you? And that woman was actually the Reaper of the Bailey? When was the last murder we had? Ain't no way. She was in Japan the whole time. No, because fucking... Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm forgetting these cases we already solved. I was like, no way, because Mr. McGill did. He burned. And I was like, oh, wait. That was the fucking Ashley. That was Ashley who did it. He admitted to that part.
Mr. Naruhodo, this perhaps isn't the best place to discuss.
No, of course not. We can't mention it in here. The fact that she killed Dr. John H. Wilson. Because Iris doesn't know, and it's very likely that the man was her father.
Iris! She slowly turned her head and smiled.
No, you gotta say, it's asked twice. The assassination has asked twice. Assassination. She was assassinated. What a funny word.
Asashin, I should let father know at once.
Yes, I agree. What proof do you have on this? Oh, sorry. Oh, right, sorry, yeah. Kazuma, is it? Isn't it? Kazuma Soge, you say he's a friend of yours. My best friend. It's the whole reason I got to come to Britain. It was all in his merits. Ass. You got it. I have nothing but respect for him. Assassinated, so double-cheeked up to death. Giraffe, how are you, Giraffe? You call some num. Yes, I understand that only the very best students are selected for such opportunities. Giraffe, we miss you! And I had a fine demonstration of how sharp he is in the proceedings earlier today. He missed nothing. Pinata got that tier 3 emote going on. I'm right here!
me to be right here. Forever. Embarrassed.
In fact, his flawless performance very much reminded me of his father. Kenshi Nostogi, the professor. I keep wanting to say prosecutor, and then when prosecutor comes up, I keep wanting to say professor. God! It's true that the aristocracy at the time was the roof of the numerous grave societal problems. They were abusing their power, playing with the common man as pawns in politics and economics in war. In many ways, Asogi was carving out a canker from a society that we British couldn't deal with ourselves. I see. D2? What's D2? That's precisely why it made no sense. Clint Van Zieks was a noble and upstanding man. He wasn't corrupt. Why would you refer to your brother by his name like that? His full name. First and last name. Why did that damn Nipponese have to go and take my brother's life? In spite of having once saved mine. He saved your life? How did that happen? Destiny 2? Oh, okay. I don't know why when you said Destiny 2, I was thinking Tales of Destiny 2. Also known as Tales of Eternia. It was 10 years ago on a foggy night. That was to be the professor's final strike. What was to be the professor's final strike had sent a wave of panic through the capital. So Clint Van Zieks had already been killed at this point then. Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at a late hour. Of course, at that point, I had no idea of the true nature of the man at my side. All of a sudden... Don't make a beep! You're coming with us! Oh, look at him. Look at young Baby Van Zieks. Old man Asogi. Is there a Tales game? T-A-L-E-S, like the game we played yesterday. Tales of Destiny is the first Tales game on the PlayStation 1. And then the second Tales game was translated, or named Tales of Destiny 2. I'm pretty sure it was not a sequel. We're surrounded. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think it was. It was released on PSP in Europe under Tales of Eternia. All of our assailants were armed with pistols, their faces obscured with by scarves. Scarves. Pistols and scarves. And it was not only from noble heritage, he was a brilliant prosecutor as well. The scum of London hated the sight of him, and they had no sympathy for his younger brother either. Had been targeted several times before already. Yeah, it's Van Zieks, alright, we got him! I could hear them murmuring amongst themselves. I knew they were after me. But just when I thought my time had come, if I let them kill you, Clint would never forgive me. What? What does that mean? Did Genshin not actually kill Clint? Interesting. It was Asogi's voice, just a whisper in my ear. Bang! Did the shoot. After that, I don't remember exactly what happened. The next thing I knew, there was silence all around. Genshin lay on the cobbled street. Blood was seeping from his left hand. He'd shielded me. What did he do? What the fuck did he catch the bullet? 2 days later, they arrested him. On suspicion of being London's most notorious mass murderer ever. The professor. What if he wasn't? What if he wasn't the professor?
How awful for you.
All at once, I lost the brother I revered, the foreign friend I held in such high regard. I'm so sorry, Lord Van Zieks. Professor! I wonder if Professor is here. Baseball! Baseball! There you go. Kill has 4 letters in it, Professor! I can't. No, damn it. Why'd you do that, Pinata? Baseball. That's so old. I want to forget about it forever. It's the end of my miserable tale. I never thought I'd recount it to anyone. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Anytime I hear baseball, that's all I think about now. Baseball. I'm 42. Damn it! Stop. Oh, thank you for confiding in me.
The Professor, the Reaper, and Inspector Gregson.
I don't even remember how the fucking video goes.
I wonder just how intimately related they are.
I still can't quite believe that Gregson was essentially the Reaper. Giving assassination orders to Giselle Brett. Oh, that was it. Giselle Brett. Giselle. Well, I'm gonna be gone for a bit. Half of my juice spilled in my fridge. What? How did your juice spill in your fridge? Like, it was just standing upright, and next thing you knew, it was not, and then it spilled everywhere? I want some juice right now. The juice I got right next to me is the good old Dr. of P. Wait, Dr. Pepper. Fuck! I shouldn't say doctor! I was trying to say his name in like a fancy way. I don't think Dr. of P is quite what I'm going for. I see. Clip? Question?
Mr. Naruhodo, let's go and inform my father. I'm sure our government will want to hear about this new information. Oh, that means I get to meet your daddy, Susie. Hooray!
If he spills the beans, oh no, what if we go there and the dad's like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your father. Oh, that'd be fun. Oh shit, I'm kind of nervous. What if he doesn't? Oh no. Okay, here we go. That's alright. Let's head back to the Great Waterloo Hotel then. This is not gonna be good. I'm kind of nervous now. Oop, listen. Why did it exit out?
Oh, she'd be like, what do you mean?
And then be like, we'll find out. I could just be like, you know, thinking a little too much about it.
But I thought it yesterday, and I think it again today. This place is so princely.
It's a wild guess, but I have a feeling you'd think the same tomorrow, too.
My tea has a finer fragrance than whatever they're serving in the tea room here, though, wouldn't you say?
Ah, look who we have here. This is an unexpected pleasure.
Papa, Matoba. Ah, Father. Oh, is this your daddy, Susie? How lovely.
What a charming young lady. And you are? Ah, really? So you're the author of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, are you?
That's me, Iris Wilson, at your service, sir. Susie's been such a wonderful friend to me over the last year, you know.
The sexy judge. Well, Miss Wilson, I must say I read your work regularly, and with much interest.
Iris actually lives with Mr. Sholmes, you know, Father.
I forgot what his name was. Is that so? Perhaps the same, that goes some way to explaining the bright look in your eyes. Oh! That's so cute. Now let's take it away. You wouldn't be smiling so airily if you knew just how bright she is, believe me. Now then, young Naruto. It was a pleasure seeing you in action earlier. Oh god, okay. He didn't mention it. We're fine, he's okay now. As an invitee of the symposium, I was allowed to observe from the gallery after I twisted some limes. And I must say, it was truly exemplary performance. Oh, well, thank you very much. Gabe. Although I'm fairly sure you admitted by Kazuma on the end there. No, please don't misunderstand. It was you who impressed me. God damn it, I don't know what I'm thinking out. Really? Didn't miss a step against Asogi, and we all know how capable he is. Really, to have matured into such a young, a fine defense lawyer in less than a year is quite extraordinary. It's very kind of you to say so. Really nice to hear. I saw in court today confirmed what I'd been hoping for. The favor I mentioned yesterday was Naruhodo. I trust you haven't forgotten. Crushing a small girl's dreams, the content I wasn't expecting, but a pleasant surprise. Well, we haven't gotten it yet. We haven't crushed anyone's dreams yet. Also, Zenkichi was here earlier, Pinata. He said, the darn fridge rats. I love how Zenkichi's bright yellow name is so eye-catching. Oh, no, you did mention something, didn't you?
But first, we have something to report, Father.
I love that emote. Of course, of course. Shall we take tea while we discuss matters further? I wonder where Judge Jigoku has gone to. What if the judge was the real Moidua? Judge Jigoku, the real Moidua.
Father, do you know about the so-called Reaper of the Bailey?
I have heard rumors. Some members of the judiciary explained it all to me yesterday. Of course, when I was a visiting student here in London, the Reaper was yet to emerge. Right, he didn't appear until after that case when the visiting students had already returned home. Lord Van Zeeks, who was on the dock today. That was Burak, the young brother of Clint Van Zeeks, I believe. Obama?
That's right, and he's known throughout London as the Reaper, so you've heard, but the truth is, it wasn't him behind all those mysterious deaths, it was somebody else.
I see. Oh, Babu? So what you're saying is there's been a professional killer at work here? Exactly, someone by the name of Asashin, in fact. I beg your pardon? Did you say Asashin? You mean that Giselle Brett woman who was responsible for killing my great friend? Uh-oh. 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 My heart's actually pounding. Uh-oh. No, don't get involved, Iris. Leave. You know what? This is adult time, okay? Well, the adults are talking. Kids can't listen.
Oh no. Oh no! A friend of yours was killed?
Oh, Professor Mikoto, but I think perhaps we shouldn't discuss this right now. Yes, the friend the professor is talking about is Dr. John H. Wilson. Why she says that out loud. That's not something we want Iris to find out about. Not like this, anyway. Oh! Crisis averted. Wait, why did that bring it up?
I just remembered something. Biscuits. This hotel has the most delicious looking biscuits.
That was rather out of the blue. She's doing this deliberately.
I think I'll go and see if I can purchase some. I wonder.
Oh, Gabe, same. Like literally when they were talking about it, I was like, oh goodness, I got so scared. Okay.
I wonder, would you like to come too, Iris? Oh yes. You just try and leave me behind.
Ugh. Hey, where is my cosplay that I ordered? Ship it out, damn it! Send it to me! So, that young girl. It's called Iris Wilson, is she? Yes, that's right. She's the author of all those adventure stories starring the great Detective Sholmes. The name of the credited author isn't Iris, is it? Did I order it from China? Yeah. I did. Technically, I ordered it from Etsy. I also ordered, you know that keyboard, that acrylic keyboard case I bought? It was also from China. I haven't gotten any updated shipping information. They marked it as shipped, but there's no tracking number. Oh yeah, there is. Hold on, let me check. Defeated. I paid extra for quick shipping. Give me! I'm sorry, I'm distracted right now. I'm trying to find out. Give me! me my mail. I can't read this. I give up. China. Here we go. It says not found. Why? Give me my thing. Ah! It's Lumi's fault. Sorry. Can't be a tracking number if it never left with it. I can't fucking read. It is Pinata's fault. It's Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, I know. That's the name of her father, you see. Her father? Dr. John H. Wilson. I was deeply indebted to the man for all the kindness he showed me during my time in London. That's why I was keen to reciprocate and invite him for the Imperial Yuma University 4 years ago. Was murdered last year by Giselle Brett. That was... my dumbass was like, that was 16 years ago. No, 16 years ago is when they went to Japan. So that was only recently, right? But all the Reaper murders were happening before. But was... I don't think Giselle is the assassin, because I mean, I guess she could have just killed random people, right? Like, for other reasons, through other contracts or whatever, but like, I don't think there was a case involving him, was there? At least not one that we know of yet. Why would the hand of the Reaper stretch all the way to Japan? Chris knows nothing about that case. It seems very likely that the victim, Dr. Wilson, was her father. Well, I can't say that we ever spoke about his family, so I don't know if he had a daughter or not. Sheesh. You're so done with today. Did you clean up your juice spill? Mr. Burger. God, I want some juice. Should I have some Orangensaft? Or some apple? I think apple juice is just apple juice or something like that. Or apple soft, sorry. Wunderbar! Do you know what I'm talking about, Pinata? Softest juice, I think. Whoop, excuse me. Or get some Kartoffelsalat. Get some Kartoffelsalat and some Orangensaft. Und some... Why am I saying it like that? You took... Why'd you say it like that? You could've just said Deutsch, right? I took 5 years of German speak. I see. Okay. So I had it right then. Or apple juice is still just Apfelsaft. Did you spill $1.50 worth of juice? Juice is expensive, okay? I think I can say with some certainty that he was never a great detective's partner. He was never? So it could have been another Dr. Wilson, you think? Well, John and Wilson are both common names after all. But doesn't Sholmes know about it already? Still, it's probably best not to mention this to the young lady until we can be sure. Hey, Iris, is this your dad? Show her the photo of the fucking dead guy with the hole. The gunshot in him. I remember when I used the value Vanguard card by it's a milk. I'll do the same thing. Like, how many Wendy's salads is this? Only 75 cents. The fuck? That's what we thought. Yes. We're back with Cinnamon biscuit. Oh, they smell delicious, Iris. Biscuits are just no. Yeah, biscuits are cookies, right?
I think cinnamon will go very well with the tea they serve here, don't you, Susie?
God, I want a cookie. We were talking about cookies earlier, right? Damn it, my stream ends when Walmart closes. Fuck, I want cookies! Cookies and milk. Malk.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, Iris.
Go now then. Okay, goodbye everyone. Okay, I'm back. They were out of cookies, the whole store. I had none left. Did I fix the transition? No, it's still laggy sometimes. I don't know what the condition for it to not be laggy is, but it's still laggy sometimes. You can hear it clipping as well. It's slightly better. I think that's completely unrelated to anything. The issue is OBS, because OBS fucking sucks! I'm okay. I just hate OBS so much. I haven't seen Judge Jigoku for a while, have you? Guilty! That guilty is still ringing in my ears. No, now that you mention it, I haven't seen him since this morning either. I suppose since the symposium's opening was postponed, he'll have gone to explore at the great exhibition. You should jolly cooperation with Pinata to fix OBS. No, the only issue is OBS is that it's just a shitty fucking program. I've already reinstalled it and everything. I did that during before my re-debut because fucking I had to I realized Streamlabs wasn't working for me. So I had to fucking go back to OBS. I could get this game so much faster if I just wouldn't get distracted by the music. Welcome back, Burger. You missed nothing. Actually, I went to Walmart. You missed that.
That reminds me of something you mentioned yesterday. About Judge Jigoku having once been in the dock himself.
There was... Oh. Oh, yes. I was all tied up with that accursed trial. This trial of Kazuma's father. Seishiro was trying to mitigate Genshin's guilt, so he took it to the stand to testify. But he got a little carried away and actually managed to break the witness stand. Oh!
Oh my!
He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire, for which he was charged. Oh dear. Although it's worryingly easy to imagine him doing that. Well, it was alright in the end. He was acquitted and we returned home to Japan together.
Thank goodness.
Oh yes, talking of Seishiro. Any adult experts in chat? I can use adult. I have a copy of the photograph we all took together here yesterday, please. Oh god, this is gonna be useful in something. Oh goodness. We know this is gonna pop up in trial somehow.
Oh, what a lovely picture.
Oh, I love Susato so much. Oops, excuse me, wrong thing, sorry. Certainly seems to shout, we've arrived in Britain. Interesting. You think Jigoku's gonna be brought up somewhere? None of us had any idea what was coming when we took that, did we?
No, that's so true.
Jigoku's the real murderer! Sheesh! Yeah, what the fuck? So, you mentioned a favor that you'd like to ask me. A favor? Favor, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. Well, this fateful trial you're fighting. One way or another, it will be over before long. And what it is, I'd like you to accompany me back to Japan. You want me to... What? Oh, sheesh.
Father, what is the meaning of this?
Look at that fucking pose. Do 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 do. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at fucking... I'm looking at cosplay shit. I need to not. But I want it so bad. Wait, they do customs. Sorry. I found an Etsy shop that has the Inferno jacket, and I asked them, I was like, hey, can y'all like change the color? Because I'm pretty sure it's just printed onto the sleeves. I scroll down and I see one where they have a different color. I want to cosplay Okina's summoner outfit. Because I found the hat too, and I was like, oh, do y'all do a different color hat? They said they do, so. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I'm so hyped up on cosplay right now. No, Sasato, you should understand. You've seen how our courts work firsthand. Yeah, don't say that with Jigoku here, because fucking she would get thrown into jail. Oh my god, what the fuck? That was so weird, I'm sorry. I had a random pain in my head. That was so strange. Yeah, my summoner glam has the Inferno jacket and has the calf skin hat. And then leather pants. Leather pants and then the casual boots. So I'm already working on boots for my casual cosplay, right? This one would be so much cheaper, which is weird. Japan's judicial system is in its infancy, especially when it comes to defense. Speaking of defense, speaking of Japan, are women allowed to be lawyers there right now? Solomon keeps breaking? Wait, what do you mean breaking? Am I breaking?
Oh, you mean...
Oh, oh yeah, you're right. I'm dying, Shinso. I really hope that's not the case. You know, if I ever do start dying, I hope they let me play Final Fantasy. Women lawyers make up 18% of the legal profession in Japan. That's a significant increase from 3.1 in 1980. That's a significant increase from the 0%. Let's go, women! That's a significant increase from the 0% that was in 1900. The Supreme Court of Judicature. Judicature. Is that how you say that? It's in desperate need of a good defense lawyer. As soon as possible. Really quite urgently, in fact. But I've not even been in London a year yet. I've read all of Sasato's reports, and I'm well aware of your extraordinary talents. And having seen you in action with my own eyes earlier today, there's no question. You, Naruhodo, are precisely the man our country needs.
So, he'll be leaving then, Runo.
I can't help but think. I get really confused sometimes about Ace Attorney, like Phoenix, right? Because I'm like, what the fuck? How'd he go to America? I keep forgetting that's just the fucking English version of the game. I'm actually gonna be right back real quick. I don't know how this headache is. The headache's sticking around and I don't like it. I'm stuck. There's so many fucking wires everywhere. What am I dropping? Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Have to get some ibuprofen. Some ibuprofen. I don't know what happened.
What am I supposed to do, Father?
Yeah, what is she supposed to do? Came here to serve as Asogi's judicial assistant. Oh yes, she's supposed to be Kazuma's assistant. Our government is still in the process of deciding how best to deal with his situation, though. Sheesh. You've always chosen your own path, Susato. I think what's happening is that my desk fan here is drying out my eyes. That's what happens a lot. It's really frustrating. Wait, I have eye drops. Why do I never use them? Anyway, I think that's what's giving me a headache. It's just my eyes are getting dried out. You ever think how weird of a concept that is? Your eyes are shriveling up, and so your head's like, hey. Just wash your face? Really? I don't know if that helps with your eyes, does it? Does that help with your eyes? I need the saline in my head. And I trust your judgment. In this matter also.
Father.
Please, the pair of you. Don't look so downcast. It's merely a suggestion, you understand. I hope, if I'm honest. But I won't force you. All I ask is that you consider it and come to a decision by the time this trial concludes. Yes, alright. The blood vessels in my head are probably expanding. You are correct. That's exactly what's happening after I took an ibuprofen. My blood vessels are going... Wah! From the heat! That's the opposite. Isn't it mostly constricting blood vessels that give you a headache? And then, you know, Tylenol. Wait, hold on. One of them's a blood thinner. Ibuprofen's the blood thinner. Tylenol does what? What does Tylenol do? I don't know what Tylenol does, but it doesn't work for me, so... You should invest in one of those eye wash stations. Oh, goodness. Changes in blood pressure can cause headaches. Tylenol kills you? Wait, how? Also, you spelled Tylenol wrong. You spelled it Tylenol.
You won't leave, Bruno.
Oh, Iris. Iris, my series doesn't continue in England. Thought it hadn't even crossed my mind. Up until now, I've just been trying to do what I believe to be Kazuma's will. But it turns out that he's still alive, so... Does not leave me. Oh, what do you want to do, Ryunosuke? It's ibuprofen that causes... Oh! You know what? I think I'm fine. I don't drink. I don't drink. I think I'd be perfectly fine eating an ibuprofen. Professor, thank you so much for the raid. Apology raid. Oh yeah, I talked to Professor in Final Fantasy XIV. I was like, hey, about what you said in stream yesterday. Come to find out, he was just busy, so he didn't speak much. I thought he was serious in the comment. Yeah, Master Duel, let's fucking go. Oh, sheesh, 14. You're doing the fucking funny event.
We need to clear the rubble so we can start digging again. But the others won't stop bickering about whose job it is.
The fucking accent.
The clear into the sea. That's better. That's a little bit better. That's more Irish though.
Clear into the sea.
Right, two boots are better than one, as they say.
Is that Irish? That sounds fucking Scottish.
Aye, Captain. I'm trying to just go in pirate accent, I think. I don't know.
I don't know what Irish sounds like now that I think about it. What happened? During an emotional moment, I said a character was touching her boobie, and then Professor told me to shut up. Scottish and Irish. What is Shrek? I almost said what is SpongeBob? What the fuck? Well, if you'll excuse me now. Thank you so much! I don't know if there's anyone who I don't already know from your stream. My name is Solomon. I'm a demon dragon that turned vampire. You may call me your highness, your liege, your king! We're playing Great Ace Attorney as always! Well, not as always. As always every Friday, past recently. Shrek is Scottish? Mike Myers? Is that the guy who who voices Shrek, or am I thinking of one of those funny movie killers? He's Scottish, or you make it up? I'm saying Michael Myers. Who's Michael Myers? Is that a guy? Anyway. Michael Myers is the killer. Oh, okay. Need to telegram government ministers and the Japanese police with this information about Masashi. Yeah. I got it. The Halloween singer. Halloween singer? Like how Mariah Carey is for Christmas? Halloween singer. All I want for green beans. You know that girl? Isn't she actually getting sued? I think she's getting sued over that cover. There's not a Halloween singer. Burger, I don't believe you. I have no reason to believe that Gabe would lie to me.
Of course, Father. Thank you.
Look forward to next month's installment, Miss Wilson.
Oh, good. And please do come to Baker Street sometime, won't you?
Slash Street Boys. I've never heard of that, Gabe.
We'd love to entertain you.
I feel like it's been an hour and a half and I haven't gotten very far in the game and just keep getting distracted. I would be delighted. The best of luck for tomorrow, Naruto. And give my suggestion your full consideration, won't you? Yes, I will. Coming back home? I just kind of feel it was wasted opportunity that there wasn't a case where they have to investigate a killer mimicking the Herlock Sholmes books. Isn't that what we're doing right now? With, what's his name? Daily Vigil. The Daily Vigil? Daily Vigil. What was he called, though? There was a different name, right? What was the alias he went by? Hold on, did it say it? Beep, 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 beep. No, I'm talking about the other alias he went by. What did he say the professor for? No, he's not the professor. Remember when he was buying the house, or the renting the property or whatever? He had a different name? You are Professor. Is that fucking stuck in my head now?
You know, Kazuma-sama has already meant a great deal to my father. I'm sure he'd love the chance to meet with him and talk to him about all this.
Baseball! Deo Pinata. Yes, no doubt. Sasheen. Of course, it's so obvious. How could I have neglected to consider the possibility before now? Mr. Sholmes, where did he pop up from?
Harley, where have you been?
Why, I joined you all for tea, of course. What an extraordinary question. You Boone. Oh, yeah. You Boone.
I didn't notice you at all.
No matter. Anyway, to more pressing concerns. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes? We found the murderer! Everybody get him! You must dispatch a telegram to your country at once. It is a matter of much urgency. To Japan, you mean? Tell me, to whom can I entrust the task? Quickly now, who?
Well, my father has just now left to send a telegram to the Imperial Police Bureau in Japan himself.
Oh god, that'd be fucked up, Brigger. I see. Well, he looks reliable enough for a bearded fellow. I have a beard.
I don't think what father sports could be considered a beard, Mr. Sholmes.
There's not a moment to lose. Kindly ask your trusty, unshaven father to see this is sent. Unshaven?
I will, but what is it?
I'm gonna read it. No questions at the time, if you please, Mr. Sato. All we can do is pray. Pray? That for once, my deduction is awry. Oh? That doesn't imply that your deductions are normally correct, Mr. Sholmes, which isn't. Now then! You'll be surprised to learn that I'm a very busy man. I certainly have no time to hide behind CDs. CDs? And eavesdrop on other people's conversations. So that's what's joining. So that's what joining us for team and. God damn it! What's going on? I'm sorry. I just keep getting that headache again. I leave the sending of this in your hands, my dear fellows. I've been drinking water today too. I guess I'll drink more. He fucking evaporated. Wait a minute, Mr. Sholmes.
He just sort of ran off, didn't he?
At quite a pace, he fucking evaporated, like ninja'd out of here. Yeah, I ate I ate 3 things already. I ate a boigo before work, and then when they let me go home early, I ate a Wendy's salad, and then just before stream, I ate some nuggies. So I don't know, and I have water all in between. At quite a pace. He left the unpaid bill for his tea behind too. I know, yeah. No, like I said, I think my eyes are getting dried out.
I must catch up with father, at the telegraph office at once.
I want to read the note.
I'll run and call us a cab straight away.
There was me thinking everyone would be clamoring to pay Mr. Sholmes' bill. Well, I don't know what makes y'all think I would go to bed after this anyway. I have some stuff to print out. I sold some things on TCG Player. I gotta go ahead and log in, so I'll make sure I can do that. No, I'm fine. I'm not tired. I just keep getting a random headache. If it happens more frequently, then I'll start getting off. What? I have 3 orders. I don't wanna. I haven't been updating my prices at all, but randomly stuff keeps selling. What am I doing? I'm rich. I've got $12. Oh, Gabe, no. Gabe just fucking evaporates.
This is the ward where Mr. Vigil was brought, apparently.
To be frank, I'm a little worried about seeing him again. Oh, he's in his normal outfit. Ah, the lawyer. Hello again.
Are you feeling better now, Mr. Vigil?
Yes, thank you. So much better. I'm sorry to have caused you to... I mean, it was because of me. Oops, I almost marked these as shipped before... Oops. Okay. If I hadn't exposed your secret and forced you to remember things you obviously tried to forget. Oops. Prosecutor was there, here until a few moments ago too. You just missed him. Oh, Kazuma beat us to it. Baseball! I have to use a towel to tolerate is it like a wet towel or a dry towel? Oh my goodness. Said much the same as you. He was very apologetic. But the truth is, I brought all this I brought all this upon myself. I come to read. Please, don't think like that. He snaps his neck. Keeping it from Evie, my wife, all these years I've carried such a sense of guilt. A dry town. But that's not the worst of it. Over time, I obviously came to deceive myself as well.
You mean about your dismissal?
Dead. Looking back now, I'm beginning to think that perhaps Inspector Gregson didn't stumble across me by accident at all. I mean, he compensated me so generously for acting like his stand-in. He was clearly concerned for my well-being and doing what he could to help. So perhaps Gregson knew exactly what had become of Mr. Vigil all along then. I'm sure this is just desserts for 10 years of lies and deception, but... It wasn't me that helped the professor escape 10 years ago. It wasn't me. What if it was actually the Judge Jigoku? I swear it, it's true. Listen, Kichi, I have no idea what that means either.
Oh, Mr. Vigil.
I'm sure you'd rather not dredge up even more from your past at this time, but if possible, could you tell us exactly what really happened? I want to. I need to get all this off my chest. I just want someone to tell me what I should have done. Alright, talk to us, buddy. Inspector Gregson was obviously engaged in a special operation of some sort. I think we're good. Why are you talking about being buzzed with the towel, Senkichi? I think we're a little confused by that. He was investigating something that even Scotland Yard wouldn't know about. Details of the Reaper's marks, yes. It was when he had to carry out those investigations that I would take his identification and impersonate him. Pretend to be the inspector and carry out investigations on his behalf? Oh, what was that? Oh no, never! A common street peddler couldn't possibly carry out a proper police investigation. Oh, Dry Town. What does that have to do with alcohol? I'm so confused. All I would do is go to the specific location, a specified location, and make a little hoo-ha. Hoo-ha! Just something to leave an impression. So everyone there would think a detective called Gregson was here.
So, that's what you were doing on the day prior to the incident.
Yes, he asked me to make an appearance at the park on Lime Street for the Red-Headed League event. So as usual, I flashed the inspector's identification around and was very vocal about my presence.
And you were taken prisoner by those red-headed fraudsters.
Yes. So you would always make a point of showing Gregson's identification and generally being loud? Oh, okay. I did not know that. Alcohol sales not permitted. That's what the inspector asked me to do, yes.
Well, that's one way of becoming a legendary detective, I suppose. Not a good one, though.
And as you know, I suffered this bruising around my neck at their hands. But the following day, they kept their word and released me. Not returning the inspector's identification to you, however. We had arranged to meet in the Fresno Street room at 5 that day so I could report back to the inspector. But at the agreed time, that's when I heard the gunshot. It's okay, Zenkichi. It was at midnight on 17th June, 10 years ago. That was... That's today! That's today! It's June! Well, it's not midnight yet, though. That was the time scheduled for the execution. Oh my god, the The professor was scheduled to be executed today. Oh wait, that was midnight. That was earlier today. That's already happened. The professor's execution never actually took place, did it?
Rather, the execution itself must have been used to effect the plan of escape. I hardly dare to imagine what a chilling plan it was.
Oh, poor Michael. You should get a wet towel. Make it cold and wet. Berkeley was renowned for being the highest security prison in the country. Everything that went in or out of the place was searched multiple times. But there was one notable exception. Or rather, one notable loophole. Something that was never questioned. I have a feeling I know what that loophole was now. Coffins into which the bodies of the executed convicts were placed, correct? Curse you, thank you very much. And bless you. Y'all did it the wrong order. Yes. Once the coroner had confirmed the death of a condemned convict, the body was taken in its coffin for immediate burial at Logate Cemetery. Cemetery just beyond the prison. Oh my goodness, okay. Chief Warder first had to sign the necessary papers. And after that, no member of staff was permitted to touch the coffin containing the body again. When the executions took place, only the executioner and the coroner were permitted inside the chamber. I would wait in the adjacent room for word that the condemned convict was dead. On that occasion, once I had confirmation, I went into the mortuary to find a lone coffin as usual. The procedure was that I would sign the paperwork, having checked the coffin, then nail it shut. But for some reason that day, the coffin was already nailed shut. No! I didn't think anything of it at the time. Just this is out of no! I assumed that my deputy must have checked the coffin and nailed it shut before I had arrived. So, you mean the coffin contained nothing? Yes, I can only imagine that Asogi, having escaped his execution somehow, was alive inside the coffin. The coffin was then taken out of the main gates and deposited in Logate Cemetery.
Presumably, there wouldn't have been enough air inside to breathe for long.
So in the early hours following the burial, somebody dug up the coffin again to set Genshin free.
But in the end, he was fatally shot in the graveyard anyway. What on earth really happened in Logate Cemetery that night, I wonder?
Damn, this is all pretty sussy now. What would be a demon, dragon, vampire's weakness? I mean, if you want to be technical, it was Excalibur and Balmung at the same time. But that wouldn't kill me. It had to steal me away. I'm afraid I really don't know. All I can say with certainty are two things. Sogi couldn't possibly have escaped that way without help from somebody working in the prison. Pinata. What about a big gun? It wouldn't work. A big gun. That somebody was not me. If for somehow you completely blasted away the physical body, like whether it's the vampire form or the dragon form, the crystal is literally indestructible. It cannot be broken. He can break off pieces, but the whole thing, it cannot be like disintegrated. And then, like, if you were to destroy that body, it would simply just reform around one of the crystals. No, only by him. He can only break off pieces. It just can't be shattered. It's like the Shikon Jewel. I don't know if that's... I don't know of any body that completely reformed around a Shikon Jewel piece. The shard. I feel like something happened to the Shikon Jewel at the end of the series anyway. I don't remember. They obliterated it. The Shikan jewel was easily shattered. Yeah, all I needed was one fucking arrow, right? Here's a better wording. Basically, the crystal can be divided but never be outright destroyed. Yeah, sure, there you go. That's it. Obviously, you knew the man then. The professor, I mean. Genshin Asogi. Yes, I remember him well, in fact. Would you mind telling us what you know? I like how this game plays out the text. I know it's been so long into this game already. But I like how the text is presented. It makes it easy to read. Well, having been condemned to death as he was, any contact I had with the man was short, obviously. Divide the crystal by 0? They say you can't divide by 0, right? But technically dividing by 0 would just make the number still a whole number, right? You're not dividing by anything, therefore the number's the same. No? That's not right? Anything divided by 0 is 0. Wait, what is the one that you can't do? I can't believe you called me colon man. How is it? Exactly. So if you're dividing by nothing, then it's still the whole number. The number's not being split up. Meanwhile, when you divide by 2, right, you're taking the whole number, you're putting it to 2 parts. Right? Is that not right? The value approaches infinity. You can't divide nothing in the first place? Yeah, I can. If I have my controller right here, and I put it on the table, and I say, okay, divide it by nothing. Well, nothing's happening with the controller. It's still a whole controller. I don't understand math! I'm not splitting the controller up. It's being divided by 0. It's still the whole thing. I don't understand math. Gabe, what are you linking? I don't even. What did you? Why'd you link Slash Street Boys? Okay. Anyway. Divided by 0 can't be anything because you can't multiply anything by 0 and get a non-zero number. I guess. I suppose. Okay, that makes sense. After that trial, which was carried out behind closed doors, attended only by the elite members of the judiciary, they called for his execution to be carried out at the earliest possible opportunity. The outcome of the trial was set from the beginning, wasn't it?
It was a time of delicate diplomacy when Britain and Japan were in the process of signing an important treaty. That meant that this potentially disestablishing case had to be dealt with swiftly and discreetly.
The man had less than a week in total. As I was the chief warder, I oversaw his short stay in the cells until his final hour. I remember being struck deeply by his noble character and incredible resilience. What do you mean, exactly?
He was a killer of many men, but he was always quiet and polite. He was a gentleman and a man of intellect. In fact, I couldn't bring myself to believe what he'd done, so I asked him one day. Those 5 members of the aristocracy whose lives were taken, are you really responsible? I'm guilty of the unforgivable crime of ending another human's life, yes.
That's so vague. I think he may have only killed the brother. And it was accidentally. But that's so weird to me. Because didn't it say that the professor had killed, you know, the victims through like a dog mauling? So unless he did the same thing, well, I guess stab wounds could be similar, right? They could mistake stab wounds for like, I guess, I don't even know. I don't know. This is so sussy. That reminds me, I was in the bathroom at work yesterday and I just hear in another stall. There's 2 people in one stall for some reason. And one of them says, "Sussy Among Us." And I was like, what the fuck what are they talking about? The following day, the closed trial took place and the verdict was no surprise. Guilty. It's so weird. It's so weird people acting like that in real life. It is for some reason. I don't know why they were in the bathroom at my fucking work just going "Sussy Among Us." That night when he was brought back to his cell, I saw something unusual. Something unusual? What? The last will and testament of Ginshin Asogi. Okay. As I said, it was the night following his trial after he'd been found guilty. I don't know! I don't know, Zenkichi. I was doing the rounds of the cells, and when I looked into his stogies, I noticed that he seemed to have a sheet of paper in his hand. Ah, his last will and testament then, presumably. They're not allowed that! How would he get the paper? As soon as he noticed me, he hurriedly shoved it behind his back. No! Did Gabe leave already? Gabe, did you leave yet? He didn't say he was leaving yet. Is he gone? Oh, his internet could have gotten shut off immediately. Gabe, no! Gabe! That's so sad he was executed. Couldn't he? Doesn't he still have data? Anyway. That's so fucked up. I can't believe they just killed him. We all need to go to Puerto Rico. We're gonna fight his We're gonna go fight his parents.
But why would you find that so unusual? Isn't it normal for a man to pen a will when he knows his death is nigh?
Yes, that's true, but there were special conditions to Asogi's incarceration, you see. What sort of conditions? Probably that he wasn't allowed to do that shit. Well, even though he was held in a cell designed for condemned inmates, he was allowed to keep his personal effects with him. With one exception. Really? He was allowed his things? That is unusual, certainly. Of course, he'd been convicted of killing 5 members of the aristocracy. But at the same time, he was a guest in our country from the Empire of Japan. The powers that were determined... The powers that be were determined by that his final days shouldn't be needlessly uncomfortable. Premeditated violence, don't mind if I do.
And what was the exception you mentioned to the personal effects he was allowed?
That's the point. He wasn't permitted to have writing materials. Yeah, I figured that was the thing. Specifically, no pens or paper.
That's so weird. So, he was prevented from leaving any written record of what had happened to him.
Yes, that was the long and short of it. I have no idea where he obtained that paper. Any writing materials would have been confiscated from him upon his incarceration. As I said, he hid the paper behind his back, and then he pleaded with me. Did you just hide behind your back? Please, please, turn a blind eye. This is my lifeline. But you know it's against the rules. You're the only person who's seen if you just agree to keep quiet. Alright then. Well, what's on that paper? His eyebrows. He looks so sad. I just realized my eyebrows always furrow. I can't do like sad eyebrows. It won't let me. Solomon cannot physically be sad. A last will and testament. This will is the only weapon I have left now. Weapon? How can a will be a weapon? So I decided to pretend I see nothing, and I let him keep his will. Then later, it just seemed to vanish without trace. What? What do you mean? It vanished? It vanished.
It would seem that the end of the story is of this that isn't the end of the story of this mysterious will.
Sheesh. I was the only person who saw Asogi's will, but somehow it disappeared. It was after Asogi's execution,
Which was actually an elaborate jailbreak.
the warders gathered up Asogi's possessions that were in his cell. They were all to be sent back to his family, home in Japan, you see.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
Kazuma. You're saying that it wasn't anywhere to be found among his personal effects? Will, I mean. That's right, though I didn't search through them myself. But Governor Caden was livid. He was screaming, "It cannot have disappeared completely." How did he find out?
That doesn't quite make sense though, does it?
What way?
Well, we'd understood that only Mr. Vigil was aware of the will's existence. In which case, how did the present governor know to look for it?
Maybe he was talking about something else. Oh yes, you're right. I really don't know how he knew, but it certainly seemed as though he knew of the will's existence from the outset. He only didn't refer to it as a will. What he said was the Asogi papers. Asogi papers. Papers. Asogi papers. I really can't tell you anything of the subsequent events. Because, well, of what happened. Do you think Asogi Papers refers to something else? Like maybe his, corner report and stuff? Your dismissal and the way you blocked it off from your memory. I'd forgotten all this until today. I don't suppose it's relevant to the case, though. Well, anyway, thank you very much for sharing it with us, Mr. Vigil. We're very grateful. I'm afraid there's really little more I can tell you. It's the corner papers. My wife Evie will be here shortly, so I do hope I don't appear rude, but... No, not at all. Thank you again.
But what will become of you now?
Well, impersonating a police officer is a criminal offense. Of course. I imagine that once I'm fully recovered, I shall be arrested. Impersonating a police officer, even with the police officer's permission. Fucking this Monchi post from 3 hours ago. Waking up and I'm still a VTuber. Oof. I'm sorry, Monchi, I feel it. 100%. So sorry. Don't be, please. This was all my own doing. I always knew that this day would come. Every day I wake up. Different day, same bitch. Yeah, it's a different day, same dumb bitch. It's like a nightmare. Well, I wish you well. Goodbye, Mr. Vigil. Shit. Hello? Before you go, there's just one thing. Oh, yes? What is it? Oh, hello? The Asogi papers. Oh? I'd be very grateful if you'd make no mention of the things I told you about them. Did I read that right? Presumably for some good reason? We know we're gonna mention it. We're totally gonna mention it. It's my understanding that their very existence is a closely guarded secret. If it become known that I'd remembered, well, it could be rather troublesome, I think. I understand. We're gonna mention it. We're definitely gonna mention it. Some sort of will that Genshin Asogi penned just before his death, which the man himself claimed was his last weapon. I wonder. Perhaps it had something to do with his plan to escape. If there's anyone who might know more about a document that Cosmo's father left behind.
It would be Mr. Vigil's governor.
Oh, sheesh. Let's go.
So we know precisely where we must go. Back to Barclay Prison.
Didn't we just... Didn't he just say not to mention this to anyone? Ba-da-da-da. Bam, 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 ba-da. Bam, ba-da-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Hello? Ugh. Back again, are you? Yes, hello. I heard all about your investigations. I read the report just now. You found him, eh, Vigil? Yes, luckily. Well, anywho. Anywho! The laddie doesn't work here anymore, so your case is not to do with Barclay. Not to do. Wouldn't I like you to get the wrong idea about that? I'm struggling, y'all. This is hard. Of course, yes. Mr. Vigil stopped working here 10 years ago now, so...
Yes, we've seen his dismissal notice, haven't we? He was given the chop. And then he jumped right out your window.
Aye, Kimmer, you can very well. What the fuck are you saying? How about a weak handcuff biscuit?
Oh, they really are like little handcuffs. And as hard as irons, too.
Canadians aren't real. Canada's not real. That's just our hat. So, what's brought you doing here today? Well, there's something else we'd like to ask you about, actually. Is that so? I believe there might have been a document that disappeared from Genshin Asogi's cell. I think it's been called the Asogi Papers or something. Something from his face disappeared. Did I no say Gregson's death is not to do with things that might have happened at Barclay. Leave the past in the past, laddie. Let's not footer a boot with irrelevant details. Thee is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England. I fucking love Megamind. It's so much. It's fucking Queen of England on the same par as, like, Santa Claus. His expression changed completely. Clearly onto something here. That murderous botched execution and the whole miserable escape. They were Barclay's darkest hour. Aye, shocking embarrassment. Because the convict had a collaborator. I thought he said he had a collarbone. And the prison staff, you mean? Aye, for shame. The coroner who confirmed the death of the man after his execution, Courtney Sight. And my chief warder at the time, Vigil, who was in charge of the whole affair.
But Mr. Vigil says he didn't know anything about it.
He had a clavicle. I don't know what a clavicle is either. The rascal wouldn't say otherwise, eh? More handcuffs?
Oh, how can I say no? You can never have too much iron in your diet.
I think you can. Isn't that possible to have too much iron?
Mr. Vigil was handcuffed his dismissal notice as a result of what had happened. He was so despairing he jumped out of your office window, didn't he?
I didn't like to say, but that's just Vigil trying to get out of it. Do you think he wouldn't have jumped from shock of his crimes being exposed, eh? I do. Oh, why is it called a clavicle? That sounds so sexy. Queen of Canada, bold. But just what we need in these trying times. The Queen of Canada. The scene from X-Men Origins. Oh my goodness. Isn't that the one with like Magneto at the very beginning? Oh yeah. I don't know if that was Origin. I think that might have been 3. Yeah, if I could rip that guy. that old scene always fucked me up. You wouldn't say otherwise. You wouldn't say otherwise though, would you? Of course, I can shun all responsibility myself. I shouldn't have let him deceive me. Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I don't know how to even pronounce that. Excess iron is stored in the balls. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Actually, there's barely anybody that can. What went on at the time now? Anytime I hear it's stored in the blank, it's like, I just think that it's stored there. Thanks, Pinata. Wait, Gregson having been murdered, and Dr. Scythe's forbidden from having any visitors. No visitors? Someone obviously doesn't want her giving anything away. That's wrong, Burger. God. I am an expert at male anatomy. I know these things. Well, we're not going home empty-handed. I thought she said, oh, we're not going home any-handed. All right, time to put him in the guillotine clock. Now, when I dream of sending you packing with Nutcammer, here, take a handcuff or 2.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be rude to say no and wouldn't become anemic.
I suppose if there's anybody who might still care about what happened back then, it'd be that last from the forensics division, Maria Gory. Yeah, I knew that, Burger. I'm an expert. But don't say that in my chat ever again. Baseball! Shit, so... Mariah. Is it Maria or Mariah? Gory. Goray? Mariah Goray. Maria Gory. Mariah Gory. Oh my god, I got it. Mariah Gory, that's a word. No, I have no fucking clue. I'm at a loss. Oh, Scythe's daughter. She... Wait, hold on. Remember there was another name mentioned on the coroner report, autopsy report. There it is! This is sussy. This is really sussy. No, you didn't even... Are you okay, Burger? She didn't have no more, just the one. Oh wait, we saw her before. She was really fucking weird looking. Goodbye, Burger. But the wee baron's following in her mum's footsteps. You didn't see her without a scalpel in her hand. No, I'm sassy. Ah! There we go.
Mama, what is this?
Ah! That's what she sounds like.
Mama?
Did she just call the doctor Mama? Doctor... Pinata, wait. Oh my god. Her Scythe's daughter, Maria Gory. Why is her last name different? We could do talking to her. So, she's Dr. Scythe's daughter, but her surname is Gory? Oh, thanks. Thank you, Nada, hold on. Aye, there's some family history, I'm sure, but I didn't ken the ins and outs of it. She grew up watching her ma'am work with the bodies of folk who died in strange circumstances, and decided to do the same with her own life. I couldn't understand it myself.
Perhaps she was driven by a deep respect for her mother.
Perhaps. Anywho, she was in charge of Gregson's autopsy, I believe. Right, and the coroner responsible for this incomplete report. Someone told me once That the wee lassie always loved her man's stories about cutting of bodies. Ma'am, not man. Ins and outs. Nay. Nay. Oh, God. My baby head cushion fell with it. No, I was actually stretching. I wasn't maybe I was yawning, I don't know, but I was stretching. There's even a rumor that she used to listen to the funeral march as a lullaby. Oh. No, my headset fell off. I was leaning back to stretch. And then my baby cushion fell off too.
Well, then perhaps her mother might have told her about the autopsy from the case 10 years ago.
I'd say there's a fighting chance at least. After all, that was a life-changing case for all of us. Really need to speak with Miss Gorey herself about this, I think. Well, thank you very much. I'm no happy about any part of this. It took years for Londoners to finally forget the whole professor business. Can you now give up on this, laddie? Stop asking pointless questions. I feel like it's inevitable. I'm sorry, I don't like dredging up these painful memories for everyone. Can you no just stay away, no? I don't know what he's saying. Leave me alone and Danae come back here, eh? We still have one more thing to talk about, sir. Thought I said something about Bella. No, but I fucking love her. How do you come to ken about that, laddie? Oh, I'll tell you. There's no many folk in here, even here in the prison who heard of those papers. Well, I can't tell him, Mr. Vigil told me.
I'm afraid our sources must remain confidential, sir.
Yeah, you tell him. Is that really what that is? I don't think I recognized it. What a coinky-dink. Oh, sheesh. Stinky burger. I'd love a hug from Kaiden. Who's Kaiden? This guy? I've been led to believe that the papers are actually the last will and testament. Is that right? Professors, or rather Genji Nasogi's. He looks like he would break your spine. But I can't get over how he fucking looks like, Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist. Burger, I very clearly saw the, your name pop up right under that fart, so... No, he looks like a mix of Armstrong and Bradley, I guess. Oh, you gotta put an umlaut on it, Mr. German man. Thing is, that is a German word, after all. Is Armstrong and Bradley, hell yeah. I feel like that would be the absolute worst character ever. Oh yeah, that's right, you're well informed, Jimmy. Oh, is that the end of the silent treatment? But then after the convict's execution, it mysteriously vanished from his cell, didn't it? Hey, there's no... You off at a half cock? He's only got one cock? Half a cock? I think you didn't quite get your facts straight. It was there in the cell, exactly where it should have been. Oh? Not what we heard elsewhere. Let me just have a wee hulk around here. I'm sure I could find it. Yeah, it makes it seem like some different papers are missing. Ah, here you are, see? Last will and testament of Genji Nasogi. Written with a calligraphy brush. Of course, I cannot read a word of those Japanese squiggles. But I mind it says he leaves his worldly possessions to his son back in his homeland.
Yes, that's correct. That's the gist of it.
That's all it is? So these are the Asogi papers. Aye, of course they are. Papers written by Asogi, nae doubt about it. There's no mystery here, laddie. That's your lot. Oh, that's it? After all this stramish and, that sleister of an execution. I've never heard that word before. We sent the man's possessions back to his clan in Japan, and that was the end of it.
I think we ought to make a record of this, Mr. Naruhodo, just in case.
Can I read it? One thing before you go on your way, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes? Those papers are not to do with Gregson's death. I'd prefer it if you didn't make no mention of them outside of this office, or rather. I would just prefer it, consider it an order from the highest levels of our government. I understand. I will not do that. Hi, Mutants, how are you? I, Genshin Asogi, hereby request that upon my death, any and all material possessions and wealth belonging to me in London be delivered to my son Kazuma Asogi at the Empire of Japan. It is with deep sadness that I accept my fate in this foreign land and knowledge that I will never see my homeland or family again. I regret nothing about my chosen path. Huh. Interesting. Going to... Why are we going here? I guess. Oh. Kazuma! Kazuma! Amuna! That's what it sounds like in here. No arguments, Professor Asogi. We'll continue with the trial exactly as I instructed. Is that clear? What kind of sussy business is this, sir? Perfectly.
Kazuma-sama.
Defying Lord Strongheart by this. This is Ryunosuke. Defying Lord Strongheart by the sound of it, he never did know when to back down. Your way now, Asogi. My lord.
Kazuma!
Kazuma. Oh? What a dejected look. He left without saying a word. Yes, what are you doing here? Oh, well, I was just hoping to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind. I wanted Van Zeek's trial concluded today. But prosecutors Asogi and unwelcome inquiries are going to take longer than necessary. Unwelcome inquiries? As a result, I'm losing even more precious time. Currently 2 hours, 5 minutes and 41 seconds, 42, 43.
Now you must resolve everything before 3 hours have passed, Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't think we have time in a miraculous not even 5 minutes. Anyway, I can't let the man's obvious bad mood. I can't remember what else he fucking said. I didn't read it. Daddy? Sorry, Daddy? That's fucking Strongheart. I need information. Okay, you can clip that if you want. Does Professor Asogi believe that Lord Van Zeeks is the Reaper? I wouldn't know. It was 10 years ago that fateful close trial that Lord Van Zeeks made a name for himself among the judiciary. On the next trial he fought, he lost. That meant the ringleader of a criminal organization was acquitted thanks to all the jurors being under duress. You can share it if you want. We have a whole clip channel for that after all. But that's awful. The man's freedom was short-lived. He lasted just 3 days.
Yes, let me see. He died in a rock slide at his place of work, I believe.
Correct. That was the inauguration of the Reaper of the Bailey. People believed Lord Van Zeeks was responsible? He was brought to trial himself, but it was shown to have been an accident. So he must have had a solid alibi then. Nevertheless, the mysterious deaths continued. In total, 16 persons perished at unusual circumstances, ostensibly at the hand of the Reaper. There was a long run of coincidences.
Well, the Reaper's identity may well be revealed by this trial.
And the impact that that revelation would have on the British public cannot be understated. Is that why it's a closed trial? Precisely.
Shoo! Ow!
Holy shit. I don't know where this fucking piece of dried grass came from, but it stabbed my finger. It was like sticking. It was in the skin. This country hasn't seen a closed trial for 10 years.
Okay, I'll take a drink, Madonna, thank you. Thank you.
How? Plant matter can be a very mysterious thing. I wasn't even outside. This thing was in my chair. So the last one was the professor's, the trial of Genshin Asogi. Correct. Actually, we heard that originally you were going to prosecute that trial yourself, Lord Strongheart. Nancy entreated me to relinquish the prosecution to him, that he might avenge his brother's death. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, Burger. You got me. And here we are 10 years later. With the son of the man Van Zieks has condemned, now looking to avenge his father's death in the same way. They do say that what goes around comes around. Such debilitation! However it would seem, that the new young prosecutor is harboring some ulterior motive as well. Azuma is? I like my organization to run smoothly in the exact manner that I prescribe. As with the giant clock in here, I won't tolerate a single cog being out of step with the others. Ah, so that's what all these gears are about in here. Bam 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 bam. I love this theme though, it's really fun. I don't know if this is like Strongheart's theme. Oh, it's so good. If the young man refused to mesh with the other parts of my great machine, I will be forced to take steps. What? What do you mean? Not something with which you need concern yourself. Did you in the clock, Big Ben's Noemi? Isn't Big Ben, that's the name of the biggest bell in the clock. What's the clock called then, bitch? You're just gonna throw out lies like this? Big Ben, cultural landmark. Okay. Oh, Big Ben is the nickname for the Great Bell. Striking clock at the north end. Oh, the name is frequently extended to refer also to the clock and the clock tower. Oh, it was originally... Wait, hold on. The official name for the tower in which Big Ben is located was originally the Clock Tower. How original. But it was renamed Elizabeth Tower. You're right. Well, you were close. Its theme is 15 minutes long. I don't know if that's true or if you just found like a 15-minute long version. But it was renamed Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to mark the Diamond Jubilee of Elizabeth II. I don't know who Elizabeth II is. Or what a Diamond Jubilee is. Okay. I'm glad you looked it up though. Thank you, Pinata. In any case, all your questions will be answered tomorrow. No, he wasn't lying. That was just a mistake. Now I shall have to ask you to excuse me. As of this moment, I've been delayed from attending my next meeting by precisely 3 hours. Oh my, that's a long time! 3 hours! And I hold you entirely responsible. Even though we miraculously managed to fit everything into not even 5 minutes. I wonder if you might agree to us, talking with Prosecutor Asogi? Discussions between the defense and the prosecution outside the courtroom are generally frowned upon. However, I will make an exception in this case. Now go. You can find him in his office. The fucking dismissive hand. Oh, thank you.
Let's go see him at once, Mr. Naruhodo.
Kasuma's my best friend in the world, but I'm really not at all sure I know how to talk to him at the moment. Oops, excuse me. Isn't this just fucking Van Zeeks' house? It is. It's his brother. No, this is Van Zeeks' house. Oh, interesting. This little doll setup to mimic the crime scene. That's interesting. So this is the office of Professor Asogi now, isn't it? Wasn't there something else in the middle here before?
Sama is doing so well for himself.
No, he's always forced to kneel on the floor, Japanese style, in that dark corridor.
It's his habit of Seiza style.
I was Saint Seiya.
Seiza style whenever he's working.
Oh, hello. Kazuma. Sheesh. You gotta be careful of these hollow chalices. I thought it wouldn't be long before you paid me a visit, Ryunosuke. Oh, the music! I was right about what I said, wasn't I? Sorry? That you have all the makings of a great defense lawyer. Well, I always believed that you would fulfill your dream of advocating in the British courts. I just never imagined that for 1 second it would be as a prosecutor.
Seeing you stand in a foreign courtroom so gallantly realizing your dream, Kazuma-sama. I'm truly happy for you.
Oh, I'm truly thankful to you, Judicial Assistant Miko Toba. Call her Susato. Ryunosuke. I always thought it would be fun for you and I to shake up the British legal system a little together. This isn't quite how I envisioned. Envisaged? Oh, envisaged? I don't know, envisaged it? Is that a word? I've never heard that before. But I suppose it's just another twist of fate. Don't the fuck, Oppressor, it's only 10:40. Envisaged? So I was right, envisaged? I don't fucking know. Oppressor, how are you? Happy evening time. Envision, but with visage. Whatever. I've learned a lot of things during my time in London. Jabber babbers. How about Sasato's son's father? How about how Sasato's son's father was himself a visiting student here once along with Judge Jigoku? And about what happened with your father. You'll have no difficulty understanding why I had no choice, why I had to find a way to get to Britain as a visiting student myself. I want to hear it from you, Kazuma. As you wish. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. The Daily Solomon Fact. I don't think that he doesn't know how to do Daily Solomon Facts. What's the magic word? Your king commands it. I gave you 4. It's getting on for a year now, since what happened on the SS Bureau. We were heading across the oceans from Japan to Great Britain. Fuck, you got me. I gotcha. What a bizarre series of coincidences led to those tragic events. I thought I had lost my best friend forever. I must have been unconscious for a long time. When I awoke, I was lying on a bed. It was a narrow little room. There was a posy of flowers by the pillow. It took me a little while to realize that I was inside the cabin of a ship. I slipped out of the room and headed up onto the deck. Were you already suffering from amnesia at that point? Yes, I didn't know what had happened or where I was. There was just this voice in my head. You have something you have to do, something no one else can know about. Go to Great Britain. Your task awaits you there. It was a calling I couldn't ignore. It compelled me relentlessly. Out on deck, I saw that I was on a huge steamship and we were docked in a large port.
It must have been Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Yes, it must have been. Presumably just before they were due to carry your body off the ship. Oh, that was fucking Ryunosuke. Speaking in a funny, formal tone of voice. Solomon, fact of the day, did you know Solomon owns 255 plungers? I actually... And if in the event he needs to scale a large wall and his wings are too tired, he uses the plungers as a series of stairs, sticking to the flat surface and walking accordingly. I only have 255 and I don't reuse the ones that are behind me. And somehow I carry every single one. You know, in real life, I actually have 0 plungers. Because I do not defecate. Interesting. I love that one. Thank you for pressing. I had no idea of the situation, but I did have the feeling that it was, in some way, my last chance. No, Burger, what the fuck? Send me one. My P.O. box is open. Just make sure it's pink. So I concealed myself among the disembarking passengers and went ashore. Then I disappeared into the crowded streets of that foreign port city, so I could plan my onward journey to Great Britain. Interesting. You almost had questions? What? Did you lose them? Did you forget? Feel free to ask, Cruel. Just under a year ago, with all my past memories lost to me, I was left behind in Hong Kong. Everything was foreign to me, the sights, the sounds, the smells. My head reeled. It was truly at a loss. I realize now that I had escaped as a dead man with nothing but the clothes on my back and no money, of course.
Oh, how terrifying for you.
Too sad. Luckily, though, I had 2 feathers in my cap. Being your knowledge of English, I suppose. Oh, I thought he meant literal feathers in a hat. That's right, and on the back of that, I was able to pick up some work as a deckhand on a cargo ship. Eventually, after calling at countless ports, I finally arrived at Dover. That must have been some 3 months ago now. A formidable tendency to purpose showing itself again. I mean, the man had lost his memory and had literally nothing to his name. He still managed to make his way to London on the opposite side of the world. Of course, I had no idea why I'd moved heaven and earth to get here at that point. So, how did you end up becoming Lord Van Zeek's apprentice then? That can only be called an extraordinary stroke of luck, really. You see, I was stopped at the border because I had no papers. It took me straight to Scotland Yard. By sheer coincidence, Lord Strongheart was there to attend a meeting. That's when the second feather in my cap came into play.
That have been your knowledge of the law?
Yes, exactly. Lord Strongheart was curious about an Easterner with intimate knowledge of British law. He took me back with him to the Supreme Court and assigned me to the prosecutor's office. I think they stated it's canon that Pokemon do not defecate. Where did you hear that? Where did they state that? If I don't defecate, there's nothing to worry about. I see. And then 9 days ago, not 9 months ago, I finally got your memory back after the trial involving Trevor. Yes, I did.
Do 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 do.
Poor Bella, she's probably so hot. Ever since I first met you at Yume, you talked about your dream. Mark my words, Mirunosuke. I'll be chosen as a visiting student and make my way to Great Britain someday. She's so cute, she's just sleeping on my bed. Did you know the entire time about what happened to your father here? 16 years ago. Aw, look at baby Kazuma! When my father left on that exciting trip to Great Britain, I was just a boy. We took a photograph together the day before his departure. It's my last memory of him. But what I remember most about my father is his unswerving sense of justice. Thanks, not Burger. I don't know why I said Burger, sorry. Thanks, Senkichi. Thanks for mentioning it and then just not even wanting to go find the source. 6 years after he left, a gentleman called at our family home. He told me that Genshin, my father, had been taken ill in England and passed away. It was Professor Mikotoba, your father, Susato-san.
Oh my.
Ever since then, the professor was very good to me. He even helped to fund my university education at Yume. He'll forever be in his debt. But nevertheless, I just couldn't bring myself to believe what he had told me.
Oh.
Then one day, a letter arrived at our house from Britain. There was no indication of the sender, so I opened it, assuming it was from an old acquaintance of my father. What I read in that letter changed my entire life. What did it say? It said that my father had been a mass murderer, and the writer cursed the Asogi name.
Oh no!
As a result of that letter, I found out what had been hidden from me all those years. Whoops! A sheesh! Presumably the letter was sent from a relative of one of the victims. If whoever it was... do you think it was probably Van Zeeks who sent the letter? If whoever it was had been a member of the judiciary, he could have been present at the closed trial. The letter revealed that my father had been sentenced to death, executed for being a killer. I'm so sorry you had to find out that way. I imagine the British government did its very best to silence whoever sent that letter. But someone who knew the truth and couldn't bear the resentment was always going to be a problem.
But still, it could have been written by anyone. Why would you believe such a thing?
Your father smells like a vodka. There was a newspaper cutting included with the letter. It was the first I'd ever heard of the professor. And his terrible killing spree.
Well, what did my father have to say about the letter?
I couldn't bring myself to show it to him. Why not? Because he deliberately concealed the truth from me by telling me my father was taken by a fatal illness. That couldn't have been easy for him, and he'd done it out of consideration for my feelings. Aww. I like how he, thought it was just something taken out of consideration and not, like a malicious, intentionally hiding the truth or something like that. Me? You? So instead I showed the letter to Judge Jigoku. Interesting. No, he didn't fake his death. I guess we still don't really know what happened. He didn't fake his death. It was just something had basically left him unconscious to the point that they thought he was dead. Because Sholmes checked for a pulse, but there was nothing there. Or something like that. So the other visiting student. He faltered for the briefest of moments, but then he just laughed the letter off. But in that moment, I saw it in his face. He was undeniably shocked, shaken momentarily before recovering his poise. This is so sussy. A year later, my bereaved mother succumbed to the strain of grief, and she too passed away. Aww. That's when I made up my mind that one day, without fail, I would cross the seas to Britain, and seek the truth for myself. I don't think it was intentional. The truth about my father, Genshi Nasogi. And I wouldn't let anyone stand in my way.
Oh, Kazuma-sama.
Sheesh. What we learned today in court turned things completely on their head. It was an impressive piece of lawyering, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Lord Van Zieks isn't the Reaper, you know. I almost don't want to believe it myself, but it turns out that Inspector Gregson himself, the victim, was... It's clear that the Inspector was behind the Reaper's activity all along.
What?
You mean you knew? The real question is, who's been giving orders to the Inspector? So they think someone else is behind it, obviously. Oh, okay. Yes, Barack Van Zieks is the real Reaper. He's still going back to it. And I know that 10 years ago, it was him who decided my father must be a mass murderer and sent him to his grave. What? He's getting this out of revenge?
No, he was clearly, he was merely seeing that justice was done as the law dictates. He's not to blame.
Ultimately, it's people who condemn people. The law is just a tool that they use to do it. Oh. God. Shut her up real quick. And when a man condemns another, he must take responsibility for his actions. Of course he must. I'll medically induce you into a coma, Burger. Flip! Just be beating you in the face. But I know for certain that my father would never have taken another man's life. Kazuma. Well, that's a lie, because now we got something. On the contrary, my father's life was taken by the Reaper. Interesting. I don't know what else to do with that information. No, I guess it wouldn't work. Just showing the fucking will, of course. Okay, fine. Ah! I get the feeling my friend's always going to have the edge over me, isn't he? Fine, sorry, sheesh. What am I supposed to ask them? Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Obviously look around, right?
What's this, sir?
Oh, that's the wig. Okay. What the? It's a scale model. Sorry, it's Kazuma. It's a scale model of the crime scene. Oh, yes, I realized that. Does the prosecution office make a model of the scenes for every single case? Apparently so. Oh, I thought he was gonna say Kazuma made it. Hey, Kazuma, who's Candace? He would probably come up with an actual answer for me. Like, he'd probably just throw it around somehow. He would probably turn it around on Ryunosuke. And he's like, what do you think about the dragon statue right outside my house, Ryunosuke? He's like, dragon? What dragon? Got him! You know, something like that. Good one, Kazuma. Sometimes it helps to visualize things better and notice things that you hadn't spotted before. Actually, the miniature notice board is my work. Be honest, you enjoyed making that. Oh, we did make it. What the fuck? Did we know about? Did we know about those before? You disturbed the bats, did you? Fitting companions of Lord Van Zieks, wouldn't you say? Actually, I've seen things flying in Lord Strongheart's office too. Doves, I think. Perhaps you have to like birds to retain rank in the judiciary here. Although bats aren't birds, of course. How about a sparrow for you? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing, sorry. Just thinking out loud. Just the sliding of sparrow, that's cute. Do you know who the man in the portrait is? No! Why would I? What? But you're Lord Van Zieks' apprentice! Yes, apprentice, not friend. And during the time I was suffering from amnesia, I didn't even notice that picture. Oh, really? I mean, it's not the smallest picture. Wouldn't have the first idea what the man decorates his office with. That's it? Just not even gonna tell him? Lord Van Zeek's fine collection of hallowed chalices and bottles all neatly lined up. Yes, he's extremely particular about that. He has a strict regime for everything, from the storage of the casks to the bottling of their contents. Gosh, you must have a really tough time of it being his apprentice. Actually, no. Oh? He's so I don't know why this pose here is so cute. He's so particular about it all. He refuses to let anybody else touch any of it. So it's been quite easy for me, in fact. Talk about weird. Lord Van Zeek's desk. Incredibly stylish. Oh, there's Lord Van Zeek. There's Lord Van Zeek's incredibly stylish desk. Holy shit. It's not my style, though. No, I noticed you've been working at the little table on the floor, kneeling down Seiza style. Seiza. I thought it was some kind of punishment set up by Lord Van Zeek's when I first saw it. I find it the most comfortable way to work. I wonder how Japanese get by that. Or just anybody who sits like that. I feel like sitting like that like cuts off the blood flow and it makes my legs go numb. It hurts. What are you lolling at? Pinata. I can't do it after a couple of minutes of sitting with my legs folded under me. They start to go tingling. Oh, you know what? Same. Don't exaggerate, Ryunosuke. We both know you can't even manage a minute. I wonder how he does it. Is that it? Is that everything? What am I supposed to ask? I guess I am supposed to show something, but... Look at this photo. No, you wouldn't look at it. I don't know. Oh, hey, look at this one. Look at this cool photo. No, that's... I remember reading the form you need to take during Go in the Haruka no Go manga for Seiza. I remember reading the form you need to take. You have to sit in Seiza style. Usually it's with the feet crossed and sitting on your legs that way. Yeah, that's how I assume you sit in it. I don't know how else you could even try it. But I feel like if your feet went any other direction, you just wouldn't be sitting properly. You'd probably fucking break your knees. Oh, hold on. What am I supposed to look at here? I feel like getting up from a position with your feet facing the opposite direction, you would just like probably pull a muscle in your hip or something. Oh, hello. Yeah, because the Go board is usually the height of Kazuma's desk's height. Oh, okay. I've don't it with my knees just under my leg. It just hurts. Your knees under your leg? What? Casks floor to ceiling, just like the last time we were here. Hollowed barrels, I suppose. They're arranged according to vintage, flavor, and region. Every week, they're taken out and put back in order. What? Every week? Lord Van Zeeks can't seem to settle on the perfect way of arranging them, you see. Vintage, flavor, and region don't nearly coincide. That's the trouble. Gosh, being his apprentice must be a real challenge. Actually, no. Oh? He considers the task too important to entrust to anybody else, so he does it entirely on his own. That's the same with the fucking... So he's a barrel of laughs here and in court, then. What a good knee slapper, Ryunosuke. You're so funny. I don't know what else I'm supposed to ask. I think I have to go somewhere else and then come back. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stop stream there. I have to meet someone to Final Fantasy 14. Let's see who we can raid. Wait, is Joel in 14? No, never mind. I saw a thumbnail. It looked like Joel was playing Final Fantasy 14. I got excited. I don't think he was playing Final Fantasy 14 at all. It looked like he was in the Golden Saucer. Am I lying? Am I high? No, I'm not high. Well, let's go raid Joel. Wait, is he ending? He's doing a subathon. He can't be ending right now, right? Wait, we'll raid him quickly if he... No, damn it, he's ending. Ah, fuck. I was like, I unmuted. Oh, hold on. Who to raid, damn it. Yuna. Yuna's playing Final Fantasy 14. Let's go raid Yuna. Yuna! I don't remember who this is. We'll raid Yuna. Okay, let's go raid Yuna. I don't know who they are. I forgot. I follow them. I forgot. Alright, let's go raid Yuna. Tomorrow I'll be live at, what time? What time am I live tomorrow? I'll be live sometime tomorrow. It's the Red VTuber. Did she change? I could have sworn she used to be pink or not brownish. Anyway. I'll be live again tomorrow at some time. Sometime around noon, maybe 1? I can't remember. We'll be playing... What is Saturday? What do we play Saturdays? I'm live at 12. Oh, Code Vein. We're gonna be playing Code Vein. Woohoo! Yeah, be there. Yeah. All right, let's go say hi to Yuna, and I love you. Goodbye.